Alright, this is Deranged, and what we want to do today is show you guys how to install heat barrier / soundproofing in the Teryx. And all it's going to take is, of course, the heat barrier / soundproofing. You've got the aluminum tape and also a spray bottle of alcohol solution. I like to use this under the panels to clean it so everything sticks a whole lot better. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through and show you guys in the video how to install this, and then afterwards we're going to give you a review on what we think worked great, and if the heat was cut down, the sound was cut down, whatnot. We're going to give you a review along with one other of my Deranged buddies. He's actually ridden in the back of this after we got done as well. So at the end of the video, stay tuned and we'll catch you guys up on that. Alright, this is my 2017 Teryx that I'm getting ready to tear down. Kind of give you an idea that we are going to remove these panels, and we'll remove these back panels, take out the seats, and then I'll get it all done and all cleaned up, and it'll be ready to go, and we'll kind of give you guys a walkthrough as we get this done and hopefully give you an idea of how to do it yourself. Okay, so as you can see, I've removed the seats. Pretty easy. When we remove the rear ones, it's easier just to take off the belt from up top here on this bolt and that bolt. And this is what they look like. Trying to get it clear here. As you can see, they have some red thread lock on it. So when you put it back, just remember that you need to use some red thread lock. Okay, I almost have the back taken out. So as you can see, there's these little screws. Make sure you remove them all, but also make sure that you find this one in the corner down here. See that down in the corner? And when you pull that one out, it's actually going to have a little tiny round thing on it. Make sure that that stays, a little thickened washer there. And then also I went ahead and removed these and these two just to help me get it a little loose only on one side. But when we remove this tray, you guys can see right here, there's two little notches that actually clip. Let me get this underneath here. Right there. See these notches? They actually go right inside that. So remember, you got to actually pull up on this to pop this out. And that includes both sides. Once that's done, then you can pull it on out. So I have the back seat all out. And now I'm going to start by removing these pins, which are plastic, just a Phillips. Pop them up, pull them out by hand. And that will help you start the removal of the whole center console. And then also you can get to your screws here if you want to remove all the floor area here as well. Okay, I got all the panels out. As you can see, everything is out. I got all my passenger side stuff over here. I got all my driver stuff over there. I'll keep it separated as I clean it and get it ready for the thermal pad that will help with sound and heat. You see all the backs out. So when you are removing these pins, let me show you here. These pins right here. Just know you're going to remove a whole crap load. And when I say a whole crap load, this is what I'm talking about. You need to be looking for all of them. They're going to be everywhere. Alright, so I'm back working on the Kawasaki, and I have built these aluminum pads, fully wrapped. And what I'm going to do is take these, and I'm going to put them in here, slide insert, you guys can see. I'm going to actually slides right in there. And then also I built a pad that goes up, slides in between there and on top, and the seat will go over that. Okay, and now I'm ready for the back seat. So as you can tell, I've insulated all of this. And that will sit right on top of all this where all the exhaust is. It'll be double insulated right there where the cavern goes over the exhaust. Hopefully it'll help keep the air heat coming up and also help soundproof it a little bit. So that's going to go in next. Alright, next I'm going to put in the center console. I've got the back all in, all sealed, ready to go. Now when you push on the rivets to pop them in, the plastic ones, it will take a little bit of force to get them in because you have that extra padding behind it. And here's the center console. Here's it ready to go. And we'll get it back in.
Hey guys, Joe here with Deranged. Garrett wanted me to comment real quick on the difference the sound deadening and heat shielding made on his machine. And having been on multiple rides before and multiple rides after, I can say it definitely has made a difference in the machine, to the point where I feel like it's something that should have came standard from the factory. I'm betting my buddy Dave has an opinion on it as well. What do you think, Dave?
I would say that there was a big significant decrease in the heat in the cab. I haven't had a chance to ride in it in the summertime, but just feeling a little bit from when I have ridden it in Duck Creek in the back seat, it was a lot better.
All right, so you just got done hearing from two of my deranged buddies about what they thought this project actually basically took care of as far as the heat and the sound. So I just wanted to give you guys my final thoughts about it since I own the machine. Ever since I put that stuff in, I've heard all different types of opinions about it working or not. But personally, let me kind of rate it from 1 to 10. So I want to rate the sound from a 1 to 10. I'm going to give the sound, if it helped with the sound inside the cab, I'm going to give it like maybe a 3 or 4. I don't feel like it really helped too much with the sound. But on the heat, I'm going to give it like a 7 to 9. Because even my two boys that ride in the back all the time, they both have said that it's like way, way better as far as by their legs. If you remember right, I put those pads in that I made right there surrounding the pipe and everything to hopefully cut down even more heat right there. And both my boys said it made like huge, huge difference for them riding in the back. But at the end of the day too, you have to remember you're buying a mid-engine machine. So sound and heat are going to be a big deal, especially in the summertime, kind of no matter what. But I think this is a huge improvement to make for the heat because it does make a difference. And I think it still lets off enough heat that in the wintertime, it would be enough heat to kind of keep you warm. I've heard a lot of people say they love the heat in the winter because it helps keep them warm, especially out east where it gets really, really cold. Or even up north here in Utah where it gets a lot colder, that might be a huge benefit. But in the summertime, it was pretty bad. It was like miserable. So I think once we get to test it more in the summer where we have over 100-degree weather here in St. George, I'll really be able to see if it makes that big of a difference then. But in weather from 80 degrees, 70 degrees, where you're still getting a lot of engine heat, it has made a huge difference. So basically that's how I want to end tonight, just to let you guys know that I think it's worth the improvement. I think it's worth the time. It really wasn't that hard to do, but I think you guys really need to look into maybe doing this for your machine. And this is Garrett with Deranged Off-Road.